Well, recently I decided that I wanted to go ahead and try to use a Libre GNU approved Linux distribution on my ThinkPad X220. And it seemed to me one of the easiest to get to grips with, as well as the only GNU approved distribution that's currently updated that's based on Debian, is PureOS. Now, for those who don't know, PureOS is Purism's own operating system that they ship with their line of laptops and stuff. And I'm sure a lot of people are probably very interested in the stuff that you get with a Purism laptop. You get a lot of privacy, security, freedom, the works, but I'm sure what a lot of people aren't interested in is paying the actually quite high prices that you would have to pay to get a laptop or other machine from Purism. So in today's video, what I'm going to go ahead and do is install PureOS on a laptop which costs a tenth of the price of the Librem laptop. And, well, when you install it, you pretty much get most of the stuff that you would get with a Purism laptop. Now, of course, the downsides to this are you won't get the hardware kill switches on here, and Purism laptops use very modern hardware. This is a old laptop, but I think for the most part, you're pretty much getting like 80% of the experience for a tenth of the cost, and that's a pretty good value proposition. Now, PureOS, which as I said is Purism's own operating system, is actually available to download online. It's not some Hackintosh thing where you have to use some weird means to download it. Purism do indeed let anyone install their operating system, and that's an absolutely fantastic thing. Now, as I said, the machine that we're going to be installing on is, as you can see, a ThinkPad X220, and it's running core boot, which that was quite a process to get set up, and I couldn't even begin to explain it in this video, but there are many good guides out there that you can follow. I've also gone ahead and replaced the Wi-Fi card with a compatible free software Wi-Fi card because the one that it comes with will not work with PureOS. If you don't want Wi-Fi, you don't have to replace it, but if you're interested, I should have the mod number on screen now because I can't remember it off the top of my head. You could also get a USB Wi-Fi card or something. It's really whatever you want. Now, let's go ahead and try and install PureOS on this machine. So I've got a USB stick with it on. Yes, I know the case is missing, but this thing has still worked fine for years. So we're going to go ahead and use that. So let's go ahead and stick it into the USB port. And then let's go ahead and turn this laptop on. And as you can see, it came on very quickly because we are running core boot. So if we go ahead and hit escape, press the USB thing, and there we go, we are in the PureOS boot menu. Now, much like Purism laptops, with this thing you're going to get a lot of privacy and security because it's running entirely free and open source software and has the Intel management engine completely nuked, so that's absolutely fantastic. So we'll just go ahead and leave this to boot. And then here we are in the rather nice looking PureOS. As you can see, we've got a GNOME desktop, which is going to be really easy to use. If we go up to this top menu, you can see that we do in fact have Wi-Fi working because we put in a compatible Wi-Fi card. So let's go ahead and get everything set up. So my language is English. For typing, we use a UK layout. So let's go ahead and click that. And I've got to say this is a really nice setup. And then we've got some Wi-Fi network, so let me go ahead and put in my Wi-Fi password. And there we go. As you can see, as a result of us replacing the Wi-Fi card, the Wi-Fi works totally fine in PureOS. We don't want location services for now, but you could have those. And you have support for Nextcloud, which I will go ahead and add my Nextcloud account later on because that sounds really handy. And now we're ready to start using PureOS. And the next thing that we really want to do is go ahead and run the PureOS installer so we can install PureOS on the hard drive. So we go up to Activities, Install PureOS, and as you can see the performance is plenty fine. Things do take a little while to load because they're running off a USB stick, but that is fine and to be expected. So we've got our PureOS install here. As you can see, it's based on Calamares. It's nothing fancy because Purism don't really expect people to be installing it. They expect people to buy it with their machines. But as you can see, it's a pretty fairly user-friendly installation. And I've got to say, it probably is one of the friendliest completely free software distributions out there. So let's click Next. Erase the disk, so we want to completely nuke it and put PureOS on here. And we want swap with Hibernate. So let's go ahead and click that, and then let's go ahead and click Next. And now we can go ahead and put in our installation details, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, there we go, we are now going ahead and installing PureOS. So we get our nice little welcome screen. Welcome to PureOS, that's pretty cool. Installation should be fairly quick because we're running on an SSD, but I'll go ahead and cut to when we finish the install. And there we go. As you can see, our installation of PureOS has been finished. So the next and final step is to go ahead and reboot. So let's go ahead and see what happens. It's going to give us a little prompt telling us to remove the installation medium, and then we can go ahead and reboot. And finally, let's see if it boots. So we've got our core boot, just like you would have on a PureOS laptop. And as you can see, it's booting absolutely fine, just as if we were on a PureOS laptop. And then here we are in PureOS. That boot time was actually really fast. And as you can see, now I've got a full list of language options. We didn't have that before. And I've got to say, this all seems like it works really well. So if you've got a laptop lying around and you want a completely free and open source Linux experience, well, maybe PureOS is for you. And as I say, this thing costs 1/10 of what you would be paying for a PureOS laptop, so it's absolutely worth it. But with that said, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.